Namaste everyone, my name is Abhijit Kausal from Kendriya Vidyalaya Megha Hatuburu. So today I am going to present on the topic Early Childhood Care and Education ECCE. So first of all we will see the content of today's presentation. So first of all we will understand Early Childhood Care and Education, its objective, quality dimension of ECC, curricular issues and concerns, domains of development, guiding principle of program planning, role of caregiver or ECC teacher. So first of all we will see what is ECC. ECC is not merely about the preparation of a student for primary school. It also aims at the holistic development of a child's social, emotional, cognitive and physical needs in order to build a solid and broad foundation for lifelong learning and well-being. Science research says 90% of brain development takes place up to the age of 6 years. ECC makes positive contribution to children's long-term development and learning. So ECC also includes care, health, nutrition, play and early learning. So every child, every young children strive to be happy and healthy. They should be curious, confident, communicative and creative. So they should be very much comfortable in expressing themselves and to express the feelings with others, and they can able to understand the others feelings as well. They should be caring, open minded, resilient, sensitive to diversity, respectful, mindful and lifelong learner. So we can understand the importance of ECC through this figure here. You can see this is a graph between sensitivity and the age of a child. So as the age of the child progresses, the sensitivity of the child, sensitivity of different competency of the child decreases. So you can see different competencies of the child is decreasing as the age progresses. So as till the age of 4.5 year, or we can say 5 year, the sensitivity is very high in the children, and as the age progresses this decreases. Now we'll see the objective of ECC. So each child is valued, respected, feel safe and secure and develops a positive self concept. So we can say that every child should be respected, he should feel safe and he should have a self respect from very early age. He should have sound foundation of physical and motor development of each child. It also imbibe good nutrition, health habits, hygiene practices and self-help skills. Other objectives are it also enable children for effective communication, promote development and integration of the senses. It also enables a smooth transition from home to ECC center and from ECC center to formal schooling. It enhances scope of overall personality development. So we can also understand the importance of ECC through this trajectory of development. We can see the trajectory of development. There are two trajectories we can see here in the figure. So one is in the red color, you can see the trajectory of delayed development. A child who was delayed, it was not supported in early age, and the other trajectory of positive development in which a child was provided with the supportive environment, supportive services in early childhood, and that changes the trajectory of development with long lasting outcome. We can see the marginal difference between the development of two child. So we can see the positive impact of the supportive services provided in early childhood. The magnitude of this effect depends on quality of services, breadth of services, timing and intensity, responsiveness of individual needs. Now we'll see quality dimension of ECC. NCF 2005 has identified 6 basic dimensions of quality to be addressed. First is development of appropriate curriculum. So, with a different child in a classroom, we should develop a appropriate curriculum that suits for the all the students for their individual learning. Trained and adequately rewarded teachers. There must be trained and adequately resourceful teachers in the classroom. Appropriate teacher child ratio. The ratio of child and teacher should be maintained properly so that a teacher can provide maximum resources for the learning of the child. Infrastructure support of children's need. Encouraging supervision and monitoring. So we have to encourage supervision of each child because every child have a different kind of need and it should be monitored so that we can cater according to their individual need. Improvement in learning level. So we should also be focused about the improvement of their learning level. So as over the period of time, as the time or age progresses, their learning level should also increase. Next is curricular issues and concern. We'll see different issues and concern and how we can address those issues. So first is multilingualism. So attention to language acquisition. The psychologist Noam Chomsky said that a child can learn maximum languages in the age of 3 to 6 years. So at that age we should provide enough resources so that a child can learn different and proper, or we can show that languages perfectly. And also in multilingualism we also have to focus about the children coming from different mother tongue. So we have to cater according to their mother tongue. And as we know that nowadays the widespread English language is also there in across the globe. So we have to take help from their mother tongue and we have to encourage the student to speak English also. Inclusion, learner with special education needs. So the child who needs special care, that should be also taken care in the classroom. Multi-age grouping, meet the needs of all the learner in their classroom. Gender equality, early years lay the foundation for gender socialization. So we should not be discriminating the students according to their gender. So there should be a equality and that should be inculcated among the students. Harms of early formal instruction, manifestation of stress and anxiety, symptoms among children. So at a very early age, if we will start with the too much of instruction to the students, so they will develop a stress and anxiety and there is a harm effect of learning. Preparing ECC teachers or caregivers. So preparation of ECC teachers, training, coaching and ongoing support, which is very crucial. School readiness, skills and abilities that all children need before entering primary school. So in Kendriya Vidyalaya, once a student is admitted in class 1, so we run a school readiness program for initial 2-3 months so that student is very ready to learn the things which is taught in the classroom. So this is very important thing, school readiness, that a child or a student who is coming to the school is ready to learn the things which is taught in the classroom. So now next we'll see domains of development. So birth to 3 years, we will see what are the changes in their domains of development. So first domain is sensory and perceptual development. In this, development of the 5 senses through visual, auditory, olfactory and kinesthetic experiences. So as a child is learning, his 5 senses are developing as he sees through visual organs or other 5 sense organs he is developing. Next domain is physical, health and motor development. In this, developing coordination and control of large motor muscles like hand, leg, body. Language development, begin to develop active listening skills. Cognitive development of object permanence. So a child started to recognize there are some objects which is existing. Development of creative and aesthetic appreciation. Begin to represent objects, events and ideas in the form of drawing, clay modeling and other art forms. Personal and social and emotional development. Development of self concept, self control, self help skills. So these same domains we'll see at the age of 3 to 6 years what are the changes and what are the developments. So at this age of 3 to 6 years, sensory and perceptual development demonstrate the use of different senses. And physical health and motor development, development strength and coordination of small motor muscles as well. So a child also develops their fine motor skills. Language development, develop listening and comprehension skills. Cognitive development, development of various concepts including pre-number and number, concept and operations. Development of creative and aesthetic appreciation, develop expression, enjoyment and disposition for music and movement. Personal, social and emotional development, developing a sense of independence and autonomy. So we can see different domains of development are not we cannot segregate those, these are all interrelated. So one domain of development surely is going to affect the other domains of development. So all these are interlinked, we can see through the picture here. So as the points we have discussed till now, so through those points we can understand early childhood care and education is a balanced play and active based program which provides a stimulating environment for the language, intellectual, social, emotional and physical development of a child. A child centered program catering to individual children's learning and emotional needs through individual, small and large group activities. This also lays the foundation for the development of reading, writing and number work. A school readiness program which readies a child for learning to read, write and do arithmetic later. A program which indirectly promotes self control and thereby inner discipline in children through interactions. So these are ECCs. So many of us misinterpret ECC by learning a different thing. So we will see what is not ECC. So ECC is not a syllabus bound program. This is not a teacher centered program that follows formal classroom approach. This doesn't follow the formal classroom approach. It's not a program for formally teaching reading, writing, arithmetic which is to be done in primary. It's not a downward extension of the primary grades. It's not a program which demands unique questioning obedience or exercise strict classroom discipline. It's neither a program to conduct tests to know how children are learning and developing. So now we'll see guiding principle of program planning. So there are different guiding principle of program planning. So birth to 3 years we have to focus on care, stimulation, interaction with the child. We have to care the child, as he is growing or she is growing. We have to focus on care, stimulation. Every child has to be stimulated to grow and we have to interact softly, friendly with the child. Next we see 3 to 6 years we have to focus on care as well, early learning and school readiness. Now we'll see some of the suggestive developmentally appropriate activities during birth to 3 years of age. So what children do at this age group, birth to 3 year, what children do, and we'll see what children needs, what are the things that we have to take care for the children. So children learn about the world through all their senses. Children learn through their senses. They see, touch, smell. So those senses work for their learning. Track people and objects with eyes. repeat actions with interesting results, remember simple events, imitate adult actions, enjoy learning new skills, act out familiar scenes. So these are the things children do at the age of 1 to 3 years of age. So what are the children's requirement, what they need? So protection from physical danger, adequate nutrition, opportunities to explore the world, play with a variety of objects, a safe environment to explore, support in acquiring new motor, language and thinking skills, opportunities to children to dress themselves, use toilets, wash hands, brush teeth, comb hairs. So these are self-help skills has to be taught to the children. So as the age progresses, so there are different activities and the requirement also changes. Okay, so suggestive developmentally appropriate activities for 3 to 6 years. So what children do? So at this age children learn language rapidly, gain control of hands and fingers, have a longer attention span, so they can focus a single thing for a longer period of time, talk a lot, ask many questions. At this age students are very curious, so they wanted to know everything and they ask many questions to know the world, naturally curious and have an incredible capacity and desire to learn, enjoy learning new skills, reveal feelings in dramatic play. So at this stage what children need? So children need opportunities to develop fine motor skills, encouragement of language through listening to music, talking, reading and singing. So these are the things we can expose to the child, like listening to music so that they can get proper resources to learn language, talking, reading and also singing, providing children with objects that encourage sorting, matching, imagining, pushing or pulling. So these activities, if you will provide the object with and ask them to do such activities, they will learn new skills. Opportunities to listen to stories, learn rhymes, indulge in imaginative play, ask questions, do simple problem solving, and also they have to provide reading readiness and writing readiness. So now we'll see the last part of this presentation, that is role of caregiver or ECC teacher. So what is the role of ECC teacher? So the teacher has to observe children to identify their needs and capabilities. So individual children have their different kind of requirement, their needs and their different kind of potential. So a ECC teacher has to identify by observing and monitoring the children, so what are their needs and what are their potential. So if we know the needs, we can provide the resources, and if we know the potential, we can groom the children. Plan developmentally appropriate, holistic and challenging activities. So if we are giving some activity to the child, it should not be boring or they should not be tired of doing those activities. So the activity should be little challenging so that they will enjoy the doing those activities. Develop a plan for the transition of children from preschool to pre-primary or pre-primary program. So we have to plan their development, their learning, as it should go level every time a level up. Organize supportive learning environment. The environment should be very supportive for the child so that they can groom themselves for the development of their skills. Develop responsive relationship with children. So if a child is asking a question and we cannot ignore their question, we have to respond for every silly question or very important question they are asking. So their questions are never silly. If they are asking, they are curious. If we can answer that question, they will learn the things from their experience. Respect the child and the social environment the child comes from. So there are child in a classroom which come from different social background. So we have to respect their social background and child as well. interact verbally with children in a calm, respectful and friendly manner. We have to earn friendship with the child, so that they can trust you, trust us, and they can tell their problem, day to day problem, their learning problem, and we have to be very friendly with them. Ensure social inclusion of children with disability in the ECC classroom. Work in partnership with the parents. We cannot ignore the parents, because for grooming a child, a teacher as well as a parent is also responsible. So as we know that teaching is never a profession, it's a responsibility, or we can say it's a great responsibility, because we can groom a new life in the this world. So after discussing this all points, we understood how important is ECC. So early childhood care is very important for a man or a woman or a human being to develop for their entire life. So here it comes to the end of this presentation. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.